Hi, I'm Andrew Webley. I've been a plasterer at Tai Calon for 30 years. I'm currently a team leader with the TST repairs team.
I'm Ryan McCarthy. I'm an electrician at Tai Calon and I've been for 12 years.
I think I was pretty confident. I thought I'd do it all after 3 years, but learned differently obviously after finishing my training. I think with plastering it's a consistent learning process with different skills, new materials obviously being introduced day to day that are being designed. So yeah, I think it's a constant learning curve with the plastering trade. You never stop really learning. So
yeah, same with electrics really. Nobody knows everything. You learn different things every day, and electrics can be a strange thing. It can be mind-boggling, but yeah, nobody knows everything, so you continuously learn every day. Yeah, well, the first job I did wasn't a big job. When I first turned up, I thought it was a big job. It turned out to be something small, but because it was my first day out on my own, I overlooked the little things and made a massive deal out of something small. So I'll always remember that.
Bit of carpentry, bricklaying usually, obviously because there's sometimes repairs to be done after, prior to carrying out your core trade duties, maybe rendering or plastering.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for me, carpentry as well, lifting floorboards and different things, and a bit of plumbing. We change showers here, so all been a bit of pipe work, just little bits like that really. I don't really know, to be honest with you, it's an honest answer. When I left school, I just seen the application for an electrician apprentice. I applied for it and here I am today, basically.
Andrew?
I think with plastering, it's such a skill that you need good hand-eye coordination. And I think obviously the nature of the work where you get so dirty, I think it'd be an option for me to stay clean and use my hands. Probably a hairdresser, I would have thought. I think it was while carrying out a repair in a property in Treviga for a gentleman and a lady. I was given a living room, obviously finished off after the second day. Explained obviously the decorating procedures, which is down to them, obviously after completion of the work. I'd only managed to confront the gentleman at the time, so while leaving the property, I ran through the same procedures again with the lady, explained to her that I had passed on the information to her son, which she told me was her husband. So yeah, that was quite embarrassing.
So mine's more of an awkward situation rather than an embarrassing story, but I worked in an elderly lady's property, carried out repair. Just as I was explaining what I'd done, she dropped a tea towel in front of me, and as she bent down to pick the tea towel up, she let off wind, which I don't even think she realised herself. So I got a bit red and tried to get out of there as quick as I could.
I think the one thing for me is obviously how dirty the trade is and how dirty you can get on a day-to-day basis and the amount of times you may have to bath or shower.
Yeah, for me as an electrician, really lifting floorboards, sometimes you find some strange things in the floorboards, climbing through attics, different things like that you don't really think about before you start your apprenticeship.
It varied with me. Obviously, I was working as part of a two-man team while carrying out my apprenticeship anyway. I did go off and do little jobs within that 3-year period of the training. I probably spent 1 to 2 days on my own after I finished my apprenticeship, but mainly I spent most of my time still working within the same team anyway.
Cool. Right.
Yeah, slightly different for me, because as an electrician, you mainly work on our own, so when I passed out, it was like a couple of days a week and then eventually just full time.
That can vary again, obviously the nature of the works and the size of the works. With plastering, it could be a small patch repair to a larger rendering works, so which means you may be at a property for 2 or 3 days at a time. Slightly smaller ones, maybe a day, and the even smaller works, maybe 2 or 3 properties maximum a day.
Right.
Yeah, slightly different for an electrician. Again, it does depend on what type of work you're doing, but mainly on repairs you could be in up to 8 to 10 properties per day really. So we get 30 minutes for lunch, so basically you can do whatever you want in that time, but you know, as long as it's 30 minutes. I tend to pop to a fish shop or a baguette bar or somewhere and just eat my lunch in my van, really.
I think with the plastering, obviously you're governed by the type of works you're doing, you're governed by setting times, obviously materials, which, you know, could vary that 30 minutes throughout the day. Sometimes it's convenient to take lunch with you, or if there's something close by, you know, within that period, then, you know, yeah, a snack bar, Greg's, something like that. I think it's just being mindful of social distances while working within the properties, you know, making the tenants aware as well that, you know, we've got policies and procedures in place that we have to carry out, make sure we've got plenty of PPE as well, which is always essential when working in, you know, in and around someone's home.